Average call WB8SIQ, break signature Sally, NODCF, how copy?
Yeah, first number you said 1. I think there were more than just one that net.
Our repeaters working quite well, and we have it linked to Chalk N3 TV in Newcastle through the internet. So those two repeaters are linked together. And then at 322 on Route 11, I have a 220 repeater, and also another UHF repeater, which is analog MP25. So yeah, I have the digital.
You go to a mobile station out there. W8STU, Stu, what are you doing driving around this time of night?
Avail, but I can't put a reason WB8SIQ.
And some of the guys been going for a while. It was Rick and Ron, whose call I can't remember. And there's Pete. I take that back. KD8GYI. Pete was one of the original members as well. He's still around. And I think Dennis is as well. KIAU.
Still checks into the sideband at WB8SIQ.
Yeah, keeping busy. That's always good. It's a good hobby to take your mind off things as well. Anyway, stay dry up there in Vermilion, Don, or Don. I want to tell you what, I've had a long day. Thanks, Don. Appreciate you stopping by tonight. And I've 1X, Neil. How about you and Nina? How you been?
Good evening, Greg, and everybody in the net. Nine and I are doing okay. Just doing the normal Sunday chores. Needed to put a battery in the camera for the porch camera. However, it was pouring, so we're going to defer that till the next week. Hopefully, Pete's doing okay with Sally. I didn't hear that, and I know she was planning to bring him home, so hopefully he's doing better or well. And as far as SIQ, just so you know, I'm a member, but my HF only reached as far as Larry's, and he always had to relay it. So until I get a better antenna, I just listen. Anyway, everybody have a great week, and we'll look forward to talking to everybody again Tuesday night. SAN F1X, back to net, 7-3 all.
SIQ.
Don, go ahead.
Roger, Neil, you're not missing a thing. Propagation is so bad, we can't even hear across the road, let alone across the state or the next county or any such thing like that. I had the 415 net this afternoon. I had, 13 check-ins. I think I heard 4. The rest of them were relayed in. WBID SIQ.
Thanks, Don. Well, we'll keep trying, but sooner or later I'll get a better antenna. NF1X back to that.
W8WKY.
Okay, guys. There you go. Propagation is not really good on 80, I guess. All right, let's see here. N1BCF. Sally, you got, I'm guessing you got a lot of stuff to tell us tonight, so you go right ahead.
Okay, well, not really a lot to tell. It's just things are difficult. I get up. I'm tired right now. I got up 3 hours earlier than usual to go to the Ham Fest today. Had a lovely time. WD8MHR, Eric came up and sat with Peter while I was gone, and they had a wonderful time, I guess. I said Peter slept a lot of the morning away. And then, oh dear, then he tried to get out of bed, and because he didn't succeed and he hit the floor, so I had to call the paramedics to get him back up in bed, and they wanted to take him to the hospital, and I said, no, he's fine. He's not going to bleed to death. He's going to bed. Just put him back in his bed. And he was right beside it anyway. It's like, you know, can you see this is what happened? He just rolled out of bed or fell out of bed or something. So I've got extra handrails, side rails, safety rails ordered, and they'll be here between 4 and 8 a.m. tomorrow. And because it was a huge fight with him, and he can't hear, and I'm screaming and yelling, and it's difficult. It's a learning curve. We'll figure it out one way or the other because we have no choice. So I mean, changing diapers was the least of my worries. I now know. I hadn't planned on that. I thought it was going to be the worst. But anyway, oh gosh, just pray for us. We need it all. And catch you all. What's the next one? Let's see, Tuesday. No, I'm not in Tuesdays usually. So have a good one, everybody. Back to you, Greg. Good to see you. And run BCF.
All right, man, good to see you there today as well. And know what you're going through. I was a primary care provider taking care of my dad until he passed. And honorable thing to do, but it is a tough one. I wouldn't want to do it. And I have to actually admire the people that do have the courage to do stuff like that. So hang in there. We're past the 10-minute mark. This is the Tri-County Traffic Training Net Sunday night edition, WB8YYS Net Control. Looking for any additional stations with or without traffic, like check in and join us.
Evening, Greg. KC8, FQV, Mark and Aurora. No traffic.
This is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, AB8MO, India Newberry on Allstar, no traffic.
Okay, KC at FQV, Mark, good evening, and AB8MO, Andy, good to see you today as well. I'll be right back to you. Okay, let's go back up the list. N8JKO. Joe, good evening to you, and Denise, how you been?
Good evening, Net Control, and good evening, everybody on the net. This is N8JKO. Well, it was a quiet day for Denise and I, but in this weekend we went out and we purchased ourselves the gift that keeps on giving. In other words, we bought a generator out at Costco. So after this last storm and the loss of some food, and the concerns about a sump pump and a couple of other things, we decided it was time to buy each other the gift that keeps on giving. So picked that up. I'm going to finish it up. It's a dual fuel, so I'm going to go with propane instead of gasoline on that. break for time. And I figure that that's the safer of the two options. So next thing on the list is propane fuel tanks, so like the kind we have on the grills. So I'm going to be looking for that. Of course, then prepping and testing the generator, and we'll see what happens next week. On the flip side, we saw little Joey play his first tackle football game. It was a scrimmage. Their team won. Yay, Willoughby South. And he just thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm very proud of him. He's growing up to be an outstanding young man. Otherwise, we're all well, counting our blessings, and I will send it back to Net Control with best wishes to everyone. Please take care. God bless everyone. And 7-3. NAJKO, back to Net Control.
All right, Joe. Well, good hearing you and Denise are doing well. And, yeah, fine investment on that generator. You can always park that out back until you need it, but have a little comfort in knowing that it's there when you do. So good job there on that. Okay, where am I at here? KE8ZIN. Joe, good evening. And it was good seeing you out there at Warren today as well.
Yeah, good evening to you too. It was nice to finally put a face to the call sign. For several people too. Got to meet up with Sally and Mark. There was a KC8 FQB. There was quite a few other people. It was good to see everybody. Yeah. Really nice at the Ham Fest. I enjoyed myself. Came home and was actually able to mow the lawn. With all that rain we had on the way home, it was torrential downpour, clear, torrential downpour, clear, torrential downpour, clear. I get home and nothing. Grass is dry. I was actually able to mow the lawn. So that was pretty much my day. Now I'm just taking it easy and getting ready for the work week. Hope everybody had a good day, and catch you guys all again next Sunday. K8ZIN.
Okay, thanks, Joe. I ran into that rain right there when I made the turn on to 45 going south down toward Warren there, and I ran into that rain off and on just like you did, all the way back into Kent, and it's been doing it all day. You go outside, starts raining, chases you back in. You go back outside, chases you back in. It's the weather's been really screwy down here. But anyway, good seeing you up here again. Okay, where am I at here? N8BAY. Ralph, good evening. How you been?
This is N8BAY. Good evening, Greg, and everyone on the net. Oh, I've been doing fine. Spent most of the weekend indoors, down in the shop, making some sawdust. Things are going well. Too warm to sit in the porch for me. I just don't like the humidity, so I chose to spend it indoors. I looked at the gauge late this afternoon, and this weekend we've had just a little under 1 3/4 of an inch of rain, which we need. Grass is I've been mowing the grass about every 4 or 5 days because it's been growing like crazy. So I don't know. Not too much planned for this week. Probably spend with the weather being cooler. I think I may try to do some things outside. Hope everyone has a great week. This is N8BAY, back to Net Control.
Okay, Ralph. My rain gauge here, after it's all said and done, I had 1.41. And yeah, it came down all at once. It came down hot and heavy there yesterday as well. Okie doke, let me move on here. N8UAZ. Tom, good evening. What have you been up to?
YYS in the group, N8UAZ. This past week we took a ride up to Oswego, spent a couple days up there, Oswego, New York, but I had one of them portable 7500 kW portable dual fuel, and well, spent the time, figured out how I was going to protect it from the weather and that, because you never use it when it's bright and sunny. It's when it's snowing and rainy. So I figured a way to shelter that. one day we didn't lose power, and I looked outside and I said, no, I don't want to do that. And I turned around and went and bought a whole house generator. By gosh, we had 2 inches of rain yesterday, no lightning, and the power went out. So we ran the generator yesterday for a while. So glad I got it. Wait that 15 seconds, and listen to it click on. Everybody have a good day, or a good evening. NAUAZ.
Okay, Tom. Like some of the other folks here, wise decision to be made in case it goes out again. So you won't be sitting in the dark, that's for sure. Nice job on all that. Let's see, where am I at here? Casey at FQV. Mark, we're down to you already. Go ahead.
All right, Greg, yeah, I heard you on the thing when you were leaving. You said great ham fest. I came back, but you must have not heard me on the radio. But yeah, it was a good ham fest out there. Yeah, went out. Wasn't terrible travel.
WHWKY.
Well, it behaved itself pretty much going out, I think. You see, I can't even remember. It was well, I had the straightest shot. Other than
This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha KE8VZA. Eric, I am the pre-show net controller for the Beacon Net. We will start the pre-show at 9:30 Eastern. In about looks like 6.5+ minutes roughly. And I have a NetLogger window open as the Beacon Net, if you'd like to pull that up and follow along. And at this point, if there's anyone who wants to get on the list before 9:30 and get a nice front row seat, feel free to call at any time before 9:29.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf. KC5RBG, Shannon in Tulsa.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo, KE8, ZZR, Harry and Wadsworth.
KE8 VZA returning. Very good. I copied KC5 RBG, Real Big Gun, Shannon. Thanks for joining us, Shannon. KE8 ZZR, Harry, long time no see. Sarah had their club annual picnic today, and got to see Harry, and got to meet his wife, Mary Ann. It was very nice. So welcome, gentlemen. And I see Eddie, W3TB, just checked in on the blue screen here. I'm going to add him. Anyone else, please call now.
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Eric, how you doing tonight?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA. Pretty good there, Just Nick. I think I may have eaten a little too much at the picnic, but it was all so good. How are you doing?
Never better, Eric. Never better. But I'm going to call it a night early tonight because I'm tired. So just want to punch in, get my ticket punched, give my best to all the Beacon netizens tonight. It's KD8SLG.
All right there, Just Nick. Well, you definitely earned it today, slaving over that hot charcoal grill there with El Presidente. And I tell you, those burgers were so good. I did not sample one of the sausages. I wish I had now. I was going to get one in my second pass, but somehow I forgot. I was distracted by Nick at Night's barbecue and beans. Man, was that stuff good.
Anyway, thanks, Nick, for joining us. Got you on the list as in and out. It was nice meeting Audrey. And have a good rest tonight. 73. KE8VZA returning. I'll tell you, K4OG makes a mean potato salad. I have gotten the pleasure of eating it at 2 different ham radio picnics this summer, and it is delish. All right, KE8VZA returning. I think I mentioned I picked up Eddie, W3ETB from the blue screen. How you doing, Eddie? Good to see you're here. And I also picked up Tom, KA8MNT. He is also on the list now. Anybody else that would like to get in about the next minute or so, feel free to call now.
K4OG. Appreciate the plug, Eric, and your Vichyssoise salad was excellent again. I had the pleasure eating that at 2 picnics. Just check me in and out, sir. I'm trying to get everything packed away. K4OG, back to you.
All right there, Mark. Well, hey, thanks for the compliments on the quinoa salad. Well, I call it a side dish because for Nor's I'm supposed to bring a side dish, so we're classifying it that way. Anyway, thank you, and thanks again for making the potato salad, and thanks for checking in, and good luck with packing. And 73. Anybody else? We got probably another 30 seconds max. I can take a couple more check-ins.
Good evening, Eric. You can check in KB8LNK in and out.
All right, I copy KB8LNK. Good to hear you tonight, Ron. Was good to see you again today. And 73, thanks for checking in. Okay, now I ask that we all stand by for our announcer who will kick off the pre-show in less than a minute. KE8VZA standing by.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
And there she is, as promised. QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZ. There's Echo Romeo India Charlie, and this is the Beacon Net pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. The frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, and that is a positive offset. So with the technical specs out of the way there, let me take a break for time, and we'll come back and do our Mickey Mouse roll call. KE8VZA returning. Okay, we're going to check in with our Beacon Net control team, and at the top of the list is Nick KE8QKO, who is our net control station tonight for the main net, starting at 10 o'clock Eastern. Nick at night, how you doing tonight?
KE8QKO. Good evening, Eric. Good evening, everyone on the net. I'm doing well, sir. Good to see you at the picnic today. And I am standing by for the start of the net. With that, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
All right, very good, Nick. It was good to see you and meet your XYL today. And the smoked pork and beans concoction in your magic crock pot was fabulous. I made a second pass by that crock pot, and some of it jumped back on my plate there, so delicious. Thanks for making that. We'll clear with KE8QKO for now, and next on the list, if he's out there, don't know, let's find out. KD8EPC, Dustin. Are you out there, Dustin, and are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
W8WKY.
KE8VZA and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening, Eric. I unfortunately missed the picnic today, but I am going to stick around for the net. So we'll be on NetLogger here shortly. I've got a few things to do before, but we'll be there and we'll be listening. We have no responsibilities at all. With that, this is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
All right, very good, Dustin. Gotcha on the list here. Yeah, sorry we didn't get to see you at the picnic, but hey, you know, other stuff going on in life as well. So glad you're sticking around. We'll close with KD8EPC, and we already spoke with KD8SLG. He is in and out tonight. He checked in already. He was slaving over that hot barbecue grill. I tell you, he was cranking out the hamburgers, actually cheeseburgers, if you desired, and the sausages there, and he was cranking out a lot of them. So he earned a break. Okay, next on the list, we'll see if he's out there tonight, is Josh, W8HRF. Are you out there, Josh, and are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KE8VZA, W8HRF. Good evening, Eric. Good evening to everybody on the Beacon Net. I'm going to stick around for a little bit here. I don't think I'm going to make it to the whole end of the net, but I'll try to hear the trivia question. And wanted to stop by and say hello to everybody at the end of this busy radio day. We went to the Warren Hamfest and then to the Sarah Picnic, and both of those were awesome events. So we had a good day. So I am just labeling some photos from the Warren Hamfest. I'm going to send those off, and then that's what I have left to do the rest of the night here, besides listening to the net, and I'm probably going to have another cookie, even though I shouldn't. So, anyways, we'll catch you later, Eric. Thanks for running the pre-show. KE8VZA, good to see you today. KE8VZA, back to, nope, sorry. W8HRF, back to KE8VZA. Good to see Nick at that. Good to see everybody at the picnic.
All right, Josh, got you on the list here. Yeah, stick around as long as your eyelids can and ears can handle it. It was great seeing you and talking with you today at the picnic, as well as Lucy and, of course, Betty. And we'll clear with W8HRF for now. And speaking of Lucy, we'll go on down to KE8YUK. Good seeing you today, Lucy. And will you be sticking around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee, Uniform Kilo. I wish I could stick around for the big show, but all day has been a big show, and I'm done. I am so tired. So I wish everybody a good net, enjoy the trivia, whatever it may be. I'm sure it'll be awesome. And we'll probably catch you all on Wednesdays. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Eric. Good night and God bless everybody. KE8YUK to KE8VZA.
Okay, Lucy, very good. Yeah, you guys had a long day, but it was great. You guys could make the picnic. It was good to see you and Betty and Josh. So 73, and we'll look forward to hearing you Wednesday night, if not sooner. We'll clear with KE8YUK. And let's see if Alan's out there yet. He's probably not, but we will check. KI5DAY. Alan, are you out there yet? KE8VZA returning, hearing nothing. Have no fear. Alan will join us. He's usually on the AA net before this one. So we'll go ahead. We'll circle back to him. We'll go ahead and roll on down to Shannon, KC5 RBG, Real Big Guns. How you doing tonight, Shannon? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KC5 RBG, this is good old Shannon in Tulsa, and I'll probably be hanging around. I think it's a pretty safe assessment anyway. And I guess if not, when you call, I won't be answering, but but I should be here. I should be here. Hopefully you're having a good day. Been hot here, very, very hot. Kind of felt like it got a little bit too hot and too dehydrated today, between yesterday and today, but overall, I had a really good weekend, so. But yeah, give me a holler, and hopefully I'll be on the other end. KC5RBG.
All right, Shannon, sounds like a deal. Good to hear you tonight. Glad you had a good day today, good weekend. Yeah, we had a cold front come in here overnight last night. It was already cooling down a bit, but it's cooler now. I think it was maybe mid-70s today, and but it's very humid. And of course, we had rain, so that explains a lot of humidity. But even when it wasn't raining, man, it was steamy. But hey, at least it's not 1,000,000 degrees. I'll take it. So, for checking in, Shannon, got you on the list. We'll clear with KC5RBG. I am KE8VZA, and I forgot to mention this is a controlled pre-net, and I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly. And emergency traffic, feel free to break in at any time. And again, this is the pre-show for the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390. Tone of 114 Mark 8 with a positive offset on that frequency. And we're going to roll on down here to Harry, KE8ZZR. Harry, it was good to see you today. It was very nice to meet your wife, Mary Ann. And how you doing post-picnic there?
Yes, good evening, Eric. This is KE8ZZR. I'm doing just fine here post-picnic, kind of tired, kind of up early this morning. As I mentioned earlier, we were camping over the weekend and had the trip back. So I'll be sticking around for the trivia questions, but that's probably going to be about the end of it. So I'll let you get on with your list, and this is KE8ZZR. Thanks.
Okay, Harry, very good. And we got you on the list here as sticking around, and if we call on you, don't answer, we know you cashed it in for the evening. But yeah, you had a busy weekend, so thanks for checking in. We'll clear with KE8ZZR for now. Next on the list in the customary 10th slot is Ray, K5CFY. He's usually on the other net also. Give him a shout. K5CFY. Ray, are you out there, and are you going to stick around for the main net tonight? All right, hearing nothing, never fear. Ray will make his way over to our net when he's done with the other one. Okay, next on the list is Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Yeah, hi, Eric. I hope you're hearing me. I was over on the
RCWA C4 FM net there, and I was trying to talk to Ray, but unfortunately he couldn't hear me, so I don't know what was going on there. Actually, I was using my Blue DV, so I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of issue with it, or maybe it was just, something to do with the computer, and I should have rebooted, but I did reboot Blue DV a couple of times. He still couldn't hear me, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll be here for a little bit anyway. Turn it back to you, Eric. W3ETB, back to net.
All right, Eddie. Well, hey, whatever you did, we can hear you just fine now. Good copy, good signal. Touch anything. Anyway, all right, Eddie, got you on the list. Thanks. We'll clear with W3ETB, and we'll roll on down to Tom, KA8MNT. And Tom, I have to apologize. Somehow I did not say hi to you and your XYL today at the picnic, but I did see you there. How are you tonight, and will you be sticking around for the main net?
KE8VZA, this is KA8MNT. Good evening, Eric. Don't worry about it. No big deal. I seen you and I didn't walk over either, so we'll make that even. How's that? Let's see. Whether I'm going to be here tonight or not, I don't know. I'm a little bit on the sore side and a little tired, so I think I'm going to call it a night here and let you guys have all the fun tonight. So with that, I'll say 7 threes and turn everything back over to KE8VZA from KA8MNT.
Okay, Tom, very good. Got you on the list here as in and out. And if you're inspired and want to check back in as a recheck later, that's fine too. You're welcome. 73. We'll clear with Tom, KA8MNT. Next on the list is K4OG. We heard from him already. He has to be in and out. 73, Mark, good seeing you today, as well as the next station, Ron, KB8LNK. Got to see him at the picnic today and chit-chat for a little bit, and he has to be in and out as well, which takes me down to AB8MO, who was also at the picnic after working at the Warren Hamfest today, and he found that last reserve of energy to swing by the picnic and hang out for a bit. So I'm glad you could make it to Andy. It was good to see you today. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
K8VZA from AB8MO. Yeah, you can hear it in my voice. I'm pretty tired. Yeah, the 66th Warren Hamfest is in the books. Our next Hamfest will be August 17th, 2025. So mark that on your calendars. We already have the date set. So I'm hoping next year it isn't going to conflict with the picnic like it did this year. But we did have a couple Sarah Club members come out, and that meant a lot to me because I knew that the club picnic was today. So for those of you who came out to our Hamfest and went to the picnic, I really, really thank you. And, of course, I did the same thing. I'll stick around, of course. Back to you there, Eric. This is AB8MO.
All right, Andy, and yes, I can tell from your voice that you're pretty tired. So, again, good seeing you today, and I'm going to get that Hamfest on my calendar for next year, and I'd like to come out and check it out. Even if the picnic is that day, if the Hamfest is in the morning, maybe I can, we can make that work. So, good day. Thanks for checking in, Andy. We got you on the list as in and out. 73, get a good rest. The next on the list is Fred. He's also at the picnic today. KQFT. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. Thanks for picking me up, Eric, and I'll be there back to the pre-net.
All right, Fred, very good. Got you on the list here, sticking around. And next we have another Fred, WA8KOC. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA and the Beacon Net from WA8KOC. Good morning, or good evening, Mr. Hatfield. Hopefully you had a good day today. Thank you for taking my check-in tonight. I'm going to pass and just get my ticket punched, so whatever you do, you and everyone else, enjoy the net. Have a great trivia question, and look forward to talking to you in the near future. 7-3 to you and everyone else. KE8VZA for the Beacon Net, WA8KOC.
AF5 JB at Manitos, what time?
AF5JB, KE8VZA, got you on the list at a short time. We'll come back to you in just a few seconds. WA8KOC, Fred, thanks for checking in. It was good to see you at the meeting and having the opportunity to talk to you for a few minutes. And we got you on the list, and consider your parking validated. So we look forward to hearing you later this week on the barometer net. 73, Fred, clear with WA8KOC, and I'm going to, hang on, Matt, I'm going to check in with a couple more stations here, and then we'll get to you. AI5Q, Jarris, how you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the big show, Jarris?
KE8VZA, AI5Q. Yes, I am going to stick around for the big show. I got lots of stories to tell from the weekend. It was fantastic and terrible and everything all at once. It was awesome. So I got stories to tell. I'll save them for the net. I will be sticking around, and you can bet your bottom dollar on that. And if I fall asleep, I'm sorry. But it's been a very long weekend. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right, Jarris. Good to hear you, and we look forward to hearing some of those stories. I hope you can stay awake to relay them over to us. Sounds cool. Clear with AI5Q for now. Got you on the list there. And next on the list is another guy that worked the hot barbecue grill today at the Sarah annual picnic. Our president, AA8CS, Gary. How you doing tonight, Gary? And I hope you didn't get heat exhaustion in front of that grill or smoke inhalation. And I'm glad we didn't run out of char, because I would have run out for another bucket of char for that char grill, and if need be. And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Good evening, Eric, and everyone on the net this evening. Eric first, yeah, I'll stick around. It was a great picnic, and honestly, I had a blast. I can only say if you had half the fun I had, you had the best time of your life. So that's how I felt about it. It was just so good to see everybody. We had kids running around, led by that little Betty girl, that little cutie, and it was a fabulous time. I had such a good time talking to everybody, and it was just a good old-fashioned picnic, complete with ants, rain, and smoke. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Yeah, I'll stick around. Back to net, KE8VZA. This is AA8CS.
All right, Gary. Yeah, the kids running around I thought was amusing. You know, the older I get and the older my kids are, the more amusing the younger kids are to watch because I don't have to corral them. So, but they looked like they were having fun, and they didn't seem to be causing any kind of trouble. They were just out there having some good old picnic fun. So, anyway, either that or I missed something, but I don't think so. I think that was great. Well, with Gary for now, AHCS, and we're going to roll on down to AFJB. How you doing tonight, Matt? And thanks for your patience. I just wanted to get through those last couple stations there in case we had a couple in and out. You indicated you were short time. If you have some comments you'd like to share with the net, go ahead now, please.
W8WKY.
Yeah, copy that. I appreciate it, and it's good to be back. I was going last week because I was at a concert up in Springfield, Missouri. I'm taking out a band called In This Moment. Kind of a hard rock / metal band, and they were really good. And got to meet the lead singer and all that, and had a lot of fun. Go back to the talks about 3 o'clock the next morning, but it's well worth it. And having a weekend this weekend, because my laundry and all that. Went to Dead Buzzers, play Pac-Man Battle Royale, played Cruise and Blast, and then I went to Hard Rock and ate there. Couldn't afford to play anything this go around, but still had a good time. And then I hung around the house a little bit. Played my machine with Miss Batman and a couple of other cool games. Had me a beer and I went to bed. Tomorrow Saturday night. And of course, I usually do kind of take it easy day all day and get ready for a whole new week. And it's still pretty toasty in Oklahoma. It's 86 degrees right now. It's supposed to go down just a little bit. It's supposed to be 89 tomorrow. I'm supposed to get back hard to get my next weekend, but it's still nice to have a little break. Time being, I'll take 89 over 99 at heyday. But other than that, guys, that's all I got. Always good to hear y'all. Thanks for having me on 73, and we can stay cool and hydrated. And catch y'all next time. This is AFIJB Matt, City Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm declaring you final. Catch y'all next time. Thanks again.
All right, Matt. Well, good to hear from you again. And you always seem to have a action-packed weekend there that somehow always involves Pac-Man. And I know I've told you before, I like Pac-Man. It's a nice game. And, well, thanks for sharing everything with us, Matt. And have yourself a nice week going forward here. And feel free to check in with us again Wednesday if you're available. We'll clear with AF5JB. This is KE8VZA with Sierra Club Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Frequency is 147, Mark 390 with a positive offset, and a PL tone of 114, Mark 8 if you want to double check your settings there. Anyway, I don't see any new stations on the blue screen, so anybody else here that would like to check. Oh, I'm sorry, I see one here. KC8FQV. Mark, good to see you today. And are you going to stick around for the main net?
All right, KCFQ. Well, the way some people are saying, oh, they're not going to stick around. You know, yeah, I'm going to stick around. I don't, wussy out. I stick around for it. So, yeah, good seeing everyone today. Yeah, went out to the Warren Ham Fest and seen folks out there. Yeah, we were having a stripe day today, a little rain, then a little sun, then just be gray, then go back to sun. Yeah, then we had the drench in Akron, Central Interchange over to Kelly Avenue. Yeah, it was the drench. Yeah, it was like yesterday in Ravenna. Oh, there was the water that came down there. I think that Ravenna became Noah's Ark, I think. Or it was going to be sunk, I don't know which. But it was good seeing everyone today at the picnic. So, yeah, we're going to stay around. So, KCFQV, back to net control.
All right, very good, Mark. I'm glad you got to make it out to the Warren Ham Fest. I'm going to put that on my calendar for next year and see if I can pop out there. I'd like to. Yeah, a lot of rain out there, huh? I wonder if they were gathering animals 2 by 2 to put in that ark. That would have been kind of worrisome to actually see that if it was happening. So anyway, okay, thanks, Mark, for checking in. Got you on the list. Sticking around, we'll clear with KC8FQV. And I think I may have heard a station out there trying to check in. You just barely breaking the squelch on the repeater there, and your signal wasn't that great, a lot of static. If you'd like to give it another shot, go ahead now. Okay, hearing nothing. This is KE8VZA returning. We are almost at the top of the hour, and probably going to all be talking, or some of us are going to be talking about the Sierra Club picnic that we had today. It was a very, very nice event, very, very well orchestrated, and thank you very much to those involved in that. And thanks to everyone for bringing such tasty food. Oh my goodness. It was so good. I ate too much, and it was worth it. It was really worth it. So we are at the top of the hour. Thank you to the check-ins we have thus far. I'm going to turn it over to our net control station, Nick at Night, in a minute here. Just want to say if you're waiting to check in, Nick will gladly take your check-in here shortly. So at this time, KE8QKO, the floor is yours.
KEKKO. Thank you, Eric. Business on the pre-show. Sounds like everybody's pretty tired. I don't know, I'm pretty tired, so I'll see how the net goes tonight, but we'll get everybody in here, get all their comments, and get some trivia going, and have a bang-up end to an awesome Sunday. I'm going to break for time. Good evening, and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here in the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a direct net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
Well, aside from that WWKY, I don't think they actually had any emergency or priority traffic. I think they're just tricking us. I didn't hear anything. Do we have any stations that would like to check in? You can say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilowatt 8, Alpha Mike X-Ray, Dick in Beautiful, downtown, Firestone Park.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo, November Foxtrot, KF8, BNF, Mike in Kemp's Corners.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I had 3 stations check in. The station that checked in, you were staticky and very, very quiet. So I didn't get my speaker turned up to catch your call sign. We'll read off the other 2 calls I already have, and then we'll go back up to that first call and get the call again. So I have K8 American Motors Experimental, Dick. Then I have KF8 BNF, Mike. So that first call, the first try to check in that round, can you please come back with your call sign phonetically, please? Okay, that time I completely lost it. I heard a voice, and didn't hear anything after that, and you dropped the repeater, or dropped your transmission. So let's try one more time. See if we can get you out there. Please come back with your call sign phonetically. All right, nothing heard there. I am sorry about not being able to get you in on this round. I'm going to say try to relocate, maybe adjust your power if you can, and try to get back with us. We'll take some more check-ins here pretty quick. I think this is not a super long list. But go ahead and keep on listening. We'll have the trivia. If you get back to us, you need it read again, we can do that as well. But yeah, try to relocate and adjust your power because we weren't able to get anything in on them. Yeah, I apologize. Okay. So with that, we're going to go up and talk to KE8VZA to get our primary trivia. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO, this is KE8VZA. It was great seeing you today at the picnic, Nick, and meeting your lovely XYL, and more importantly, that magic crock pot of yours with that smoked pork roast and beans and other good things. Very delicious. Okay, main trivia question. The handy-talkie used by the U.S. Army in World War II was the SCR-536, Sierra Charlie Romeo-536. It was typically used within infantry companies to communicate down to platoon leaders in the field. So here's the actual question. How many frequencies was it sent out with for use in the field? Your possible answers are as follows. Alpha, 1. Bravo, 2. Charlie, 3. Or Delta, 5. I'm going to break for time and read it a second time. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. The handy-talkie used by the U.S. Army in World War II was the SCR-536, Sierra Charlie Romeo-536. It's the one you see in the movies and on that TV show Combat. The one, literally a handy-talkie. It looks like almost like a shoebox. It was typically used within infantry companies to communicate down to platoon leaders in the field. How many frequencies was it sent out with for use in the field? Possibilities are Alpha 1, Bravo 2, Charlie 3, and Delta 5. So KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Another fine question. I have my answer written down, so I'm going to wait to hand it out later until I have the alternate as well. And when we do our net control comments. Unfortunately, it does not look like Alan is with us yet. Otherwise, he'd be in the blue screen. He might be really close, but we'll give him another minute or two. We're going to talk to a couple of stations. I know the first one's going to have their trivia answers already predefined, and that's going to be KC5, Real Big Guns. Shannon, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
AI5Q. I just got off the phone with Shannon. You may give him another call, make sure he's got his radio turned back up. So apologies if I'm holding up the net, but give Shannon one more call and a chance to turn his radio up and get back on the net. AI5Q.
All right, copy that, sir. Thank you for letting me know. KC5, Real Big Gun. Shannon, are you out there? And do you have comments for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hey there, Nick. KC5RBG. You know, I totally missed the call for me until I heard Jairus' voice. And then I was like, oh, I need to turn the radio up. But anyway, yeah, it's been a great weekend for me. Took my girlfriend's daughter and her friend out to shoot this weekend, and we shot most of the day. Had a great time. Took about 6 rifles, 3 shotguns, and probably about 6 pistols. And her friend had never shot before, never even seen a gun in person before. So he got all kinds of experience, and he was taught a lot of safety and, you know, marksmanship and everything else. So at the end, we did play a little prank on him. I did give him a 12-gauge loaded with double-aught buck to shoot. It was a double barrel, and that caught him off guard. But other than that, he did really good. He did good with that too. He just he about went down to one knee. It was quite funny actually. But anyway, had a great weekend, and you know, that's what it's all about, is having fun and enjoying life, and just getting through, you know. But anyway, it was hot here today. I rode my bike for just a little bit, and it felt like lava was hitting my arms and legs as I was riding my motorcycle. So between yesterday spending all day out in the heat and then today, you know, getting burned by lava, I think I got a little bit too dehydrated today and started feeling bad. But I've been drinking a lot of water, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better, so that's good. And you already know what my answer to trivia questions are, so we're good there. And I hope everyone else is having a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you later. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless in 73. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Hey, weekend spent at the range. It's a good weekend. And good to hear you. Glad you had a good weekend. Transfers down is the great state of Ohio. All right, excuse me. Looks like I need to identify. This is K8QKO on a WWKR repeater, going through check-ins to the BeaconNet. But before we go any further on the check-ins, we have our alternate trivia master in the blue screen. So I'm going to call out for him. KI5DAY. Oh, wait a minute. KI5DAY. If you're out there, sir, and you want to read the alternate question, please take it away.
W8WKY.
KI5DAY, Nanette, do you copy me okay, Mr. Nick at Night?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Alrighty, thank you. I'm using a different radio and I wasn't sure. This is the Baofeng UV17 Pro. Tonight's alternate trivia question is only for those with a spine enough to try and answer it without looking it up. Hi. So here we go. Here's tonight's alternate trivia question. Which one of these animals did Theodore Roosevelt have as one of his family pets? Was it A, bull moose, B, a Tasmanian devil, C, a hyena, or D, a Cornwaldo-Mies bobcat? I will repeat. Let me let this drop. Which one of these animals did Theodore Roosevelt have as one of his family pets? No, it wasn't a rubber chicken, Larry. Be quiet. A bull moose. Hang on a second. Let me stop the phone as somebody's rudely calling me in the middle of this. Which one of these animals did Theodore Roosevelt have as one of his family pets? A bull moose, B, a Tasmanian devil, C, a hyena, or D, a Cornwaldo-Mies bobcat? KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, Alan. Thank you for another fine alternate question. I wrote down my answer. I'll give it out later on when I give my comments. That's a good one. I have it. I think I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I based it off of something that I know, but I don't know if it's right. So we'll see. See how it works out. Curious about the comments of that we're going to work out throughout the net as well. So thank you, sir. All right, next we're going to talk to next station, which is K8 ZZR. Harry, how you doing, Harry? Good to see you at the picnic today. And go ahead with your comments for the net.
Hey, good evening, Nick at Night, KE8QKO. This is KE8ZZR. Yes, it was nice to see you at the picnic this afternoon as well. It was a good time. Thanks to everybody that put it on. It was a nice picnic. So, yeah, just returned from a 5-day vacation, mini vacation, basically. We're down in Southern Isle camping and came home early this morning to get ready for the picnic, and we got there about 2 o'clock, so it was all was good. Anyways, for my trivia, on the main trivia question, I think I will go with D. D as in dog, 5. I guess that's 5 channels. And then the alternate trivia would be C as in Charlie, hyena. So with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. This is KE8ZZR 73s.
All right, thank you. Glad you had a good weekend camping and made it to the picnic. That's a good, sounds like a good wrap-up to a little mini vacation. Our next station is K5CFY. Ray, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO, K5CFY. Good evening, everyone. Nick at Night, thanks for running the net. Definitely appreciate it. Want to wave at Mr. Eric there behind the curtains. And let's see, I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. So Bravo, Charlie are my guesses tonight. And I'll give it back to you. K5CFY. Have a great net.
All right, thank you, Ray. Got down for Bravo and Charlie. Thanks for checking in with us there. Next station, W3ETV Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Hi, Nick. Yeah, not much going on here. Just trying to stay in and keep going and actually keep cool. Keep cool. It's not going to be too bad the next couple of days. Actually, weatherman said it's going to be in the 70s tomorrow and the 70s on Tuesday. We might get a storm tomorrow. They were calling for one today until 10 o'clock, but it looks like we already had 10 o'clock. We didn't get it, which is a good thing because we had a real bad one last night. Anyway. So I should go ahead and answer the trivia questions so you can get on down the list. I'm going to go with B for the first one. I was thinking 1, and then I said, okay, maybe 2, maybe 5, and we went back to 2 again. So we'll go with B for the main, and for the alternate trivia question for Alan. Well, I think a couple people have said they wanted to go with C for the hyena, but I'm going to go with A, just because I thought I heard somebody had mentioned a long time ago, and that shows how old I am, that he was referred to as the bull moose. So it kind of makes sense that maybe he might have had a bull moose. Who knows? Yeah, I can imagine that at the White House, running around as a pet. And I can't even imagine a hyena running around as a pet, or especially a Tasmanian devil. But anyhow, that's it. I'm going to go with, what did I say? B and A. W3 ETV. I was yapped enough. 73 off. Have a great evening.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Got your answers down as Bravo and Alpha. Yeah, we had some rain here. We probably had about 10 storms. It was weird. It kind of just kept, it would downpour for a couple of minutes and then stop, and then downpour for a couple of minutes and stop. And kind of did that on and off all day. But yeah, yesterday we had a nasty storm roll through here as well, and it went through pretty good, really quick, but it still took down trees and things like that. I got one that went down halfway in my yard, and I got to at some point get out there and cut that thing down and cut it off. It's right on the fence. It was a big pain that took it. But anyway, thank you, sir. Got you in there, and we will talk to you later. Our next 3 stations are in and out. That's KA8MNT, K4OG, and KV8LNK. And that takes us down to AV8MO. Andy, I know you had a busy day today, sir. How you doing?
KAQKO and the Beacon Net. This is AV8MO. Yes, I had a very ham-tastic day today. Got started at 4 a.m., got down to the Trumbull County Fairgrounds at about 5:30. Of course, our doors opened at 7, and it went very, very well, I thought. Even with the threatening weather, we eked out a completely dry ham fest. Thank the Lord. And thank you, Nick, for coming out. It wasn't too bad of it. I drove straight to the Sarah Club picnic after I got done at the Ham Fest. And it was about an hour and 15 minutes. It wasn't too bad. And actually, it was a little under an hour drive to get home. It's amazing what weekend traffic does. When I come for the meetings, it's almost an hour and 20 minutes to get there because of traffic. So it was kind of nice. It was only an hour drive home from the picnic. So I'm sorry I didn't stay too long at the picnic, but once I felt that I was starting to get fatigued, I was like, I need to get home, or else I'm going to have a problem. So anyway, let me drop it a sec. Of course, my Node had the ID. Hello, Alan. I see you're posting on the blue screen. We had a very nice Facebook post about our Hamfest from the South Hills Amateur Radio Club down in Pittsburgh. There were some people that came. And here's what it says. There were a lot of outside as well as inside vendors in the main building. Our own Vice President and Treasurer Danielle Mount successfully passed her technician exam. She was also awarded a brand new VHF UHF dual band handheld. Remember how I was saying that we were going to award a HT to a newly licensed tech. Well, here we go. I'm reading about it now. This was our granddaughter's first ham fest, and she proudly wore that club hat. The South Hills Amateur Radio Club would like to thank the Warren Amateur Radio Association for their generosity and kindness, and it puts props out to our VE team, and they said they look forward to attending next year. So that really warmed my heart to see that. You know, Pittsburgh is quite a drive, too. Our ham fest is about halfway between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, so it's about an hour and a half from Pittsburgh, about an hour and a half from Cleveland. So I was really glad to see that we had some people come from Pittsburgh. And also our youngest ham, that was probably my funnest prize to give out. We also rewarded a dual band HT and to the youngest ham, and her name was Emily. She was 18 years old, licensed ham. She came with her dad. She also came from Pittsburgh, and she actually walked out with the Bio-Eno battery, which was unclaimed, which was one of the unclaimed door prizes we redrew at the end. So everybody started clapping for her when we announced that she had won the youngest ham. That was probably a highlight for me. Nick, again, it was great seeing you. Mark as well, thanks for coming out, and anybody else who came out from the club. I know it was a lot to attend both the club and the ham fest. Busy, busy day. So with that, hold on. Oh, you know what? I didn't give an answer. I know, I'm talking too long here. I like, let's see, the Cornwaldo Mies Bobcat. I like that one, so I'll go with that. And then for Eric's question, I'm going to say one and only one channel. I imagine they want to make those things idiot-proof as much as possible. Back she comes, KEAQKO from ABNMO.
KEAQKO. All right, thank you, Andy. Yeah, you did a great job all of you guys did a great job on that, but I know you were putting a lot of work in there, and I appreciate it. I was glad to come out. Happy to come out and see it and experience it. I'm going to come back again, hopefully next year, if the weekends align as it goes in August. It's usually a busy month for me, so sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't, but I was able to today and happy to. We have your answers down as Alpha and Delta. This is KEAQKO with a WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Going through our list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. Our next station is KEAQFT, Uncle Fred. Good to see you today, sir. And good to meet your wife. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. We're doing fine this evening. I'd say for the trivia, they need more than one. They called it a walkie-talkie back in them days, by the way, I think. And them dang things, they didn't look like they were very handy, but, you know, just my opinion. A walkie-talkie. I think that they'd have more than one frequency. I think they'd have three. Not sure, though. Never saw one. Never saw one in real life. And, yeah, but I'd say they have like three frequencies because, I mean, the enemy gets a hold of one of them radios and, you know what I mean? They didn't scramble anything back then, I don't think. So I would say they'd have at least three. That way they'd, you know, keep the enemy busy trying to find out which of the three freaks they were on. Just a guess, though. Alternate, I'd say Charlie. A hyena? What the heck? Ain't the first time there's a hyena in the White House. In any event, KE8QFT return us to net control. Catch y'all later.
All right, Fred. Thank you, sir. We got your answers down for Charlie and Charlie. Our next station was in and out. That's WA8KOC. Good evening, Fred. Sleep well. And that that takes us down to AI5Q. Jairus, how you doing, sir? I think we already saw your answers in the blue screen. I saw them earlier. I think they scrolled up past where I'm reading right now. But go ahead with your comments.
Well, thank you, Nick. At night, I put down Delta and Charlie, I believe, trying to get back to where I can see what's going on here. Anyway, Delta and Charlie, that ought to be good enough for what I put down. We had a fantastic and a crappy weekend all in one. It stormed. We were out camping Friday night, Saturday night with the girls and the boys. We were doing a float trip on the Illinois River near Tahlequah. And it stormed Friday night like you would not believe. I mean, I'm talking thunder, lightning, torrential rains, torrential winds, just soaking everybody. It didn't matter if you were in a tent or not. You were soaking wet. You're cold. You were miserable by the time Saturday morning rolled around. And then you had to buckle down and go get on the river and float the river, come back and deal with about 97-degree heat with about 90% humidity. And it was just rough all the way around. But the kids, they buckled down, they got through, they had a good time, despite much gnashing of teeth and all that kind of stuff. Varick even helped Bill cook pancakes, the Scoutmaster, who's been doing this for over 50 years. Varick got to help Bill make the pancakes this morning and was really proud of being invited to do that because he was the only one. And we had a good weekend. We learned a lot. We explored a lot. We found ourselves a lot, and it was just fantastic all around. Glad to have done it, and it was some of the most torrential rains that I have ever been in a tent. Wind, rain, and lightning, and otherwise, just some of the worst I've. Anyway, back to you, AI5Q.
All right, thank you, Jared. Scott Tracer down for Delta and Charlie. Yeah, that sounds like not a great weekend for camping. Not at all. That's hot, humid. Yeah. But glad you guys made the best out of it and had a good time. So appreciate you checking with us there. It's always good to hear you. Our next station is our esteemed leader and organizer of Sarah Picnics. Did a bang-up job today. AA8CS Gary, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Good evening, Nick. Yeah, honestly, it was just a fabulous time. Despite the rain shine, as we refer to it as, but that pavilion was large enough we could put an army under there, and we were all dry, and but then the sun would come back out, and it was a glorious day. We had great attendance, and that was very much appreciated. The irony, last year we had just about the same amount of reservations, but because of the impending doom of the weather last year, a lot of people just didn't come out, and I get it. I certainly understand that, but it was just nice to see everybody come out and just have a good time, enjoying each other's company, and for me that was what it's all about. Anyway, lots of thanks go out to Russ, KD8VYT,
And of course, Nick, who just seems to, like the Energizer Bunny, just seems to make things happen. KD8SLG, hats off to him. And everybody else who chipped in and did some work and just helped us pull this off. Back to net. That's all I have. AA8CS.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Gary. Thank you. Did we get your trivia answers, by the way?
I don't even know. I'm going to go with Delta and Alpha. Duh. I say that a lot. Yeah, DA, please. AA8CS. Back to net. 73, everybody.
All right, thank you, Gary. Yeah, you know, it's funny, when we were getting ready to leave, I was like, all right, it's time to go. My son said, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. I'm not going to have any fun. There's nothing for me to do there. And that kid didn't stop moving. He was playing in the rain with a bunch of other kids and having a blast. I'm like, see, you should listen to your dad sometimes. I'm still not sure. I didn't quite catch who those kids belonged to as far as the hams that were attending, but he had a heck of a great time playing with those kids. And I guess, yeah, it just seemed like the kids were having a blast, and he was talking and chatting, and it was a really good party. Really good party. All right, this is KEQKO on the WWKY repeater going through our check-ins for the Beacon Net. And we have two stations here that are in and out. That's KD2ACE and AF5JB. That takes us down to KT8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
You're looking for a KCFQV, Mark? Probably. Yeah, picnic was today. Warren Ham Fest was good today. Yeah, I didn't look at the mileage on the car. I know it's 30 miles out to the Ham Fest. One point I looked at it. Oh, it was 101 miles when I was at the picnic, so I must have traveled about 150, probably 140 miles or something. But on trivia, I want to say on the President 1D, and the other one will just go and listen. Well, I'll say C on that one, just throw C. So the main one would be C, or whatever one the President is, that's going to be D, and the other one will be C. And yeah, there was a lot of rain. Yesterday, I went to a sale last night in Ravenna. Holy smokes. I think Ravenna, yeah, they really got, they could be floating. They might have, yeah, they definitely might have taken animals because they're going to the fair this week, so they might have taken animals by two going to the fair. But yeah, it was a lot of water in a short time. But did leave, or where I was at, we were able to walk out in the parking lot and not have to get our feet wet. We didn't have to be ducks. So we'll send it back to net. But yeah, good seeing everyone over the picnic today. Yeah, you just had to dodge the drops, dodge the rain when you just had to watch. But it was a good. So I'll send it back your way, KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down there for Charlie and Delta. And yeah, the rain kind of came in and out, but it was still a good day all around. Glad you were able to make it out to both the Ham Fest and the picnic. Our next station here is K88 American Motors Experimental. Dick, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Good to see you today, by the way. K8AMX, K8. Dick, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net? All right, nothing heard from Dick there. Maybe he got tired and had to call it a night. So next we're going to talk to KF8 DNF. Mike, how you doing, Mike? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KF8 BNF here. Not a whole lot going here. I'm doing okay. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie for my trivia answers. Had a crazy amount of rain this morning here in Cleveland. Short-lived, but of course it happened right when we were going to church. KF8 BNF, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down there, Bravo and Charlie. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. Next station here is KI5 TAQ Taco Tim. How you doing, Tim? And how's life down in Bofang, Oklahoma?
Good evening, Nick. We're down here in Bofang, Oklahoma. We're doing pretty good. Trivia question. As far as the main question, I'm going to go for D on the main question. As far as Alan's alternative question, I think I'm going to have to humor him up. I'm going to go for D on that one. So I'm going to go for a double D. But besides that, I'm just having some fun for right now. And so, anyways, I'll let you get on down the list. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down as Delta and Delta, and keep having fun. And you guys are having fun on the blue screen and just chatting things up. I don't see a lot of comments. There's a little bit in there from you. Anyway, good to hear you, Tim. Always good to hear you. And enjoy the rest of your week. Next we have KF5ADE Nickelodeon. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, Net, and it's a really hot day down here in South Texas, and we've been pretty much hibernating inside where it's a little cooler with the AC on, and keeping me and the dog, between the two of us, we're keeping each other company, while Sandy's up there with y'all. She may be, I know she's monitoring it, so, but she didn't pop in there, so she may do the last little bit as one of the last check-ins. But as far as that goes, we're doing pretty good down here. Everything is going well. My trivia questions that I've got, I'm going to go with an American airline. I think we're going to go with American Airlines tonight with an Alpha Alpha. And because I seem to remember having one of those radios, but since it's a model number, I don't remember the model number of the radio that I had, but I had an old walkie-talkie. It was neat. Vacuum tube. You could actually take the crystal out of the radio and unscrew it and then take the crystal plate off, and you could sand it down and adjust it if you needed to, and then you could go ahead and put it back in the radio. But I don't know if it's that same model number or not, is my thing. But it was a neat radio to have. Mine was single channel, so I'm going to go with Alpha on that. So there you go, but I don't know the model number. So there's the questionable area. KF5AD, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. We have your answers down there as Alpha and Alpha. Have my guess written down, see if it works. Definitely different than yours. All right, our next station here is KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening, Beacon Netters all over. This KI5 RFI down here in blistering hot Springdale, Arkansas. At least it has been for the last several days. We did get a little break tonight about 7 o'clock. We had a drastic thunderstorm and windstorm blow through for about 30 minutes. put down limbs all over the place and blew half the trees over, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it was a pretty strong storm. I'm going to go with the trivia questions, Bravo and Alpha. Bravo and Alpha. Back to net controls, KI5 RFI.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, storms are no fun. Seems to be a common pattern going around the country this weekend. We got your answers down for Bravo and Alpha. This is KEAQKO and the WWKR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Going through my list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. The next station I have here is K6KJVE. Kevin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, hello there, Nick at night. Sorry for the delay. I had to switch apps. On my phone and was trying to read the blue screen to see what the questions are. But, this is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. And, sorry for being a little late, but it's been a very long and tiring day. So, let's see. Trivia answers. What's my answers going to be? I think I'm going to do something different tonight. I think I'm going to go with double D, Delta and Delta. There you go. Them Cornwall dough beans. Can never go wrong with them, but don't mess with the animals because they are vicious. And the only thing more vicious than their animals are they women. So don't mess with the women because they'll just tear you up even worse than them bobcats and anything else. So, I ain't got too much more. I won't hold it up. I just want to stop in here, say hello to all y'alls, and give you one for the count and answer the trivia questions, support the family maypole there, and yeah, that's it. Say God bless 73, everyone, and pass the mic back to you there, Nick at Night from K6KJV. The mic is all yours, sir.
All right, thank you, Kevin. We have your answers down as double D, and I'll say for a busy Sunday, it seems to be going around as well. Everyone's winding down the summer, doing their weekend things, and I don't know how the weather is in Valley Springs, but it's going to be changing here soon. We'll be getting some changing of leaves and cooler weather. It's almost hoodie season. I do love hoodie season. All right, thank you, sir. And we're going to open up here for another round of check-ins. See if you have anybody else there that wants to check. You can say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8 Golf Kilo Oscar KE8GKO Jody Lafayette Township, Ohio.
This is KC5 SYC Sandy. Hi, listening from Stillwater, but here in Ohio.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have there's a call I haven't heard in a while, KE8GKO Jody. Thanks for checking in there. Then we have KC5 SYC, Miss Sandy. And then, I think this was the same station as earlier, and I do apologize. I had turned my volume back down for the net, so I wasn't getting my ears blasted, and I did not catch your call sign for that last station. Can you come back with your call sign phonetically, please? I had a real tough time pulling that out. I do apologize. K8BZA Eric, did you happen to catch that? Or if anybody in the blue screen caught it and you want to type it, I'd appreciate that. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you to come back one more time with your call sign phonetically. It was really, really staticky and difficult to pull out.
Kilowatt Germany 7, Italy, Radio Japan.
right, thank you, sir. I got it that time. I have Kilo Golf 7, India Romeo Juliet, KJ7 IRJ. Thanks for checking in there. I think it's your personal, but it can get updated by a NetLogger. Be here in a minute, sir. And we're going to go up and talk to you, K8GKO Jody. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Good evening, Nick, and all the netizens out there. You're doing a great job as usual. And I was going to answer a D and D for the trivia questions. Other than that, hopefully we can be around a little bit more. Been busy. Retiring. I don't know how I ever worked. So with that, back to net control, KEHGKO.
All right, thank you, Jody. Yeah, busy retiring. Hopefully, once you're done retiring, you can take some of that busyness away and play some radio and have some good times. We got your answers down as Delta and Delta. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Next, we're going to talk to KJ5 I'm going to start over. I can't speak it right now. KG5SYC, Miss Sandy. Go ahead with your comments, ma'am.
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Net. Well, just to kick it off, I think we need to hear from Eric, and we need to hear from Alan again, so that I can get my trivia, and then we'll finish the rest of it. But we need to hear their voices again. KG5SYC.
All right, let's go ahead and reread those trivia questions. VZA, Eric, I think you're asking me to reread the trivia questions. I don't know. I'm tired. And I'm not as tired as some people are on the net, but I'm still tired. So I'm going to reread them anyway, and then go from there. K8 VZA, Eric, if you would like to read the primary question, I'd appreciate it.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here with a reread of the main trivia question. Okay, the handy-talkie used by the U.S. Army in World War II was the SCR-536, Sierra Charlie Romeo-536. It was typically used within infantry companies to communicate down to platoon leaders in the field. How many frequencies was it sent out with for use in the field? Options are Alpha, Bravo 2, Charlie 3, or Delta 5. This is KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you. Let's go down and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, Miss Sandy, I think Mr. Nick gave you the lesser of the two radios tonight because I was having a hard time hearing you. Larry was too, and he was upset about it. Yeah, he's not real happy, so you tell your man to give you the best radio because I couldn't hear you. Hi. Tonight's alternate trivia, whatever that is. Okay, let me let this drop and I'll read it. All right, KI5DAY returning. Tonight's alternate trivia is, which one of these animals did Theodore Roosevelt have as one of his family pets? Was it A, bull moose, B, a Tasmanian devil, C, a hyena, or D, a Cornwaldo-Meese bobcat? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Al. Let's go down and talk to KG5SYC, Miss Sandy, get her trivia answers.
Well, this is KG5SYC. Well, let's see. Let's go with C for Eric, for the main. And let's go with C wants to tell me to hate C, but we're going to go with D for Alan. But at any rate, we have had a relaxing day today. Hung out a little bit with the grandkids and ran off to the store a little bit to get away from all of them. Got the car for a little bit and in between rainstorms and yeah, just had a really low-key day. Didn't have to watch the kids because Mom and Dad are off. Let me take a break and get back. KG5SYC, we're back. So, nonetheless, we're all good. Not sure when I'll be making it back to Cibolo. The daughter's looking for a babysitter here in the Suffield area, and so she's having a very hard time trying to find one that will meet what she needs for the 1-year-old and watch the other two when they get off of school for a short time. But nonetheless, we're here, and sorry, Alan, I'm RF here, so I could do the iPad and the Echolink, but I kind of like the radio. This is KG5SYC, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Sandy. I'll tell you where you're at. If you're hitting the repeater with a handy talkie on RF, you're doing pretty darn good. So I think I've said that before, but yeah, it's good to hear you. Now, I want to confirm your trivia answers. It was staticky, and I think I heard them, but my NetLogger heard them differently. So what I have, I think your trivia answers were on my end, were Charlie and Delta. He has Delta and Bravo. Can you come back with your trivia answers phonetically, please?
KG5SYC. It's Charlie Bravo.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Looks like each of us got part of that right. We got to Charlie and Bravo. And good luck with that babysitter. I know sometimes a good one can be hard to find, especially if they start dealing with school buses and school times and all that kind of stuff. All right, this is KEQKO on the WWKO repeater going through check-ins. The repeater is 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station here is K27IRJ Paul. Excuse me, how you doing, Paul? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Alpha and Delta. Alpha and Delta. Back to the
All right, thank you, Paul. I didn't catch a lot of your comments, but I did catch your trivia answers, Alpha and Delta. Thanks for coming back with those phonetically. It made that a lot easier. You are coming in. I don't know if you're using a handy talkie, but you're having a tough time making it into the repeater tonight. Yeah, I don't know what advice I have to offer on that, if any. But yeah, we got you in there. It was a little struggle. We got you, and we got your trivia answers. So thanks for checking in, Paul. It's always good to hear you, and come back anytime. We're back at the bottom of the list here. This is KEQKO, the WWQR repeater, taking check-ins. So if you would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf, K5, RFC, Lion and Wadsworth.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra. Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra. Michael and Whitehorse, Yukon Canada, things all.
I got VK5RFG Ryan. Thanks for making an insert. And I have VY1MGS Michael from Yukon. Or from, I guess, the Yukon or Whitehorse. Yeah, anyway, thanks for checking in, Michael. Let's go up and talk to Ryan, K5RFG. See how he's doing tonight. Take it away, sir.
Good evening, Nick. Everyone on the net. This is K5RFG. Just sitting here, got back from delivering dinner to my lovely wife, who is working tonight. I decided that I was going to cook for her, and I made some homemade jambalaya, chicken and sausage jambalaya. So I finally get to sit down and eat it, and it came out pretty good. So not a whole lot more going on, just lots and lots of work. I have my second interview for my promotion tomorrow, so looking forward to that. And then kids start school at the end of the week. Really looking forward to that. So, hi. But before I forget, my trivia answers are going to be, for the main trivia, is going to be Delta, and for the alternate, I'm going to go with Alpha on that one. That's all. Other than that, just been trying to stay dry today, and really enjoying the weather back up here. It's a lot cooler than it was down in Louisiana last week. So with that, I'm going to throw it back to you to Net Control. This is Z, K5RFG.
All right, thank you, Ryan. I'll second that. Waiting wanting kids to go back to school. Mine still has a week and a half left, but then he's off to school, and I get 2 days a week quiet time in the house. I'm looking forward to that. My wife works in the office Mondays and Tuesdays, so those are the quiet days when there's nobody else around, and I can just kind of enjoy the peace and quiet. And good luck on the promotion interview tomorrow. Good luck on that. I hope it works out for you. Okay, next we're going to talk to VY1MGS. Michael, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hey, greetings, Nick. VY1MGS here, and greetings everyone on net. Michael here in Yukon. Nice day here at 27 degrees Charlie right now. It's about 81 degrees Foxtrot, I believe. And looking at sundown in about just about 10 to 10 it looks like. So a couple hours to go. Nice to hear you all. Good night going on there. Good questions there. You put me down for, let's see here, Bravo. No, Charlie. Because three's a charm. I like contingencies. Three's maybe the way. Just a guess, though. So Charlie for the first one, and let's go for Tasmanian Bravo there. Hope everyone's doing well. Things are pretty good here. Wish there was more summer, but it's nice now. Beautiful. It's a long weekend, so there's tomorrow off as well. And yeah, things are good. Thanks again for that. Thanks for pulling me in there, and all the best to all. Yankee 1, Mike Sierra, back to K8, QTO, 7-3 all, back to the side.
All right. Michael, got your answers down as Charlie and Bravo. It's good to hear you. Always happy to see you check in. This is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater. Going to check into the Beacon Net. We're actually at the bottom. We're going to take some check-ins here in a minute. or actually right now. Anybody who'd like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there. We'll come back and do another round of check-ins here in a minute. But at this point, we're going to have to talk to our net control team, whoever's here anyway. So we're going to start with K8VZA. How you doing, Eric? What do you have for the net tonight?
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. Going to obviously abstain from the main trivia question, but I'm going to choose Bravo, the alternate question, to give the Tasmanian Devil a second vote there. If I've been tallying correctly here, yeah, it looks like 2. Anyway, awesome. It was so nice to see everyone that I knew and to meet some new people, too. That was cool. And to check out the chef station that Mike had set up there, Mike and company, Mike Craig, and I think it was Chris, and the off-center fed dipole antenna. It was really cool. Explanation of that, I want to build one now. Anyway, food was awesome, and full to eat dinner tonight. So anyway, I had a little snack, and that was about it. But it was good seeing you, Nick, and meeting your XYL. And that's all I have. VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Good to see you as well. And yeah, it was a great party. It was a great picnic. Let's go down next and talk to KD8EPC Dustin. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO and the BeaconNet. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening to you, Nick. Let's see, I don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. Sorry, I missed the picnic today, but I ended up being at work till like 4:30, so I wouldn't have made it on time. So we were there in spirit. And as far as the trivia goes, I'm going to go Delta for the first one, Bravo for the second one, and yeah, that's all I've got for you. So great night, Nick. Get lots of check-ins. Have a great rest of the night. This is KD8EPC, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Dustin. Yeah, sorry we missed you today. We'll have to get together and have an eyeball Q2 at some point in the future. We have your answers down as Delta and Bravo. Looks like Nick was in and out. He must be tired. It was nice to see his XYL as well. See her. And yeah, that's good. And next we have W8HRF, Josh. How you doing, Josh? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Josh had an early day. Maybe he stepped off as well. And went to bed. Don't blame him one bit. Not at all. He was up really early today. And then KAYUK is in and out. And that takes us down to KI5, DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for us?
KI5, DAY. Hey. Yeah, I just saw Dustin chime in there. He didn't have any beef jerky. I figured when you asked him what he had for the net, he would say beef jerky, but he didn't. So sorry, I may have to send him some more. Man, what's going on here? Yeah, I have for the BeaconNet. Let's see. This first question, the main trivia question, I think I'm going to go with 2. I think that's B, if I'm not mistaken. Number 2. It's 2 for how many channels, I think. So whatever that is. I can't see the question. I lost my AIM window for some reason. There it is. So yeah, put me down for 2 on the radio. And as far as my alternate trivia, since the only question or the only answer I could actually give would be the Cornwaldo answer, because that would be the only fair one for me to answer. Hi. I just wanted to go ahead and give myself 1,000 points for coming up with Cornwaldo Mies Bobcat. And with that, man, ain't much else going on. I had an allergy attack today in my Sunday school class. That wasn't cool because somebody had brought fresh strawberries, and unbeknownst to me, I had a breakdown and got pretty rough feeling there and had to get out of there, and somebody gave me a Benadryl, and I finally was able to get back to reality after a few minutes. I was out of it there for a few, but that wasn't no fun. So if you ever come around me and I come visit you guys in Ohio, hopefully in November, don't bring fresh strawberries. I don't want none of those. Let me let this drop. All right. What was I going to say? I can't remember. A lot going on, a lot of craziness, a lot of madness going on. Some things have gone nuts here, unfortunately for us. I won't say what that's about right now until things progress, but that's another day, another thing for another day. All is good, and looking forward to giving the answer to the alternate trivia. Just wish that Eddie was here because he said something earlier that's interesting, which has to do with the alt trivia. So I'll shoot it back to you, KI5DAY and Larry, the rubber chicken.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Now I'm trying to think of what he said and what I might have missed that might have applied to it. So maybe you'll make sure you let us know what it was that he said that applied to it. Thanks for the alternate trivia. Always appreciate it. We have your answer for the primary trivia down as Bravo. As for me, I got up this morning, made some beans for the picnic, put them in a crock pot, went to the ham fest in Warren, got there a little later than I wanted to, but I slept later than I wanted to, so that's how that goes. And then went to the picnic for the Sierra Club. It's been a busy day. Yesterday we did an air show with my son here at Akron, and some games with my friends, and through the storm, and running my mom around, and well, it's been a pretty busy weekend, but a pretty good weekend. Seeing a lot of people, spending time with people, and just enjoying it. So that's it. My answers are going to be Delta and Alpha. You put those down. Okay, there I am. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list here. This is KEAQKO, and that's WWK repeater 147 Mark 3.0, positive offset, with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to do another round of check-ins before we go up and get our trivia answers. At least one more. If nobody answers, then we'll go up. If we only get one round of people checking in, then we'll go back up. That's how it's going to go. We'll keep going until people are done checking in. That's my spiel. So if you want to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to KE8VZA. Eric can get the answer for our question. Take it away, sir.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia answer. So the walkie-talkie that the U.S. Army used in World War II, the Sierra Charlie Romeo -536, which is the one that is shown in many movies and TV shows about World War II infantry, and was typically used within infantry companies to communicate down to platoon leaders in the field. So the question is, how many frequencies was it sent out with for use in the field? Or, stated another way, could they change channels? The answer is alpha. No, they could not change channels out in the field. There's only one frequency available, and this single frequency had to be figured in the division radio shop. It involved changing required coils and crystals. So Nickelodeon, the handy-talkie you had was probably that one or one very similar. I'm going to take a break for time, and I have a few more pieces of info. KE8VZA returning. So main trivia answer was alpha, one frequency available for use in the field. So walkie-talkie was an AM transceiver, had a very short range of 1 to 3 miles. First saw action in the Allied invasion of North Africa in November of 1942. They produced 130,000 of these units that were used by the Allies during World War II. And as far as frequencies, there were 50 different available frequencies that could be pre-configured, only one pre-configured in their radio shops, ranged from 3.5 to 6 megahertz. So pretty low band there. right above broadcast AM, I believe, and battery life was not very great, as you might imagine, less than 24 hours due to the high voltage requirements of the vacuum tubes that it used. So Nickelodeon had that right, too. They had vacuum tubes in that, being 1940s. And it used a 40-inch whip antenna, which was not ideal for frequency range as far as operation, and it was not ideal main concealed during operations if you were an infantryman with one of these, a platoon leader probably. So these have always intrigued me, and it was kind of neat reading about this. So VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Actually, I went 5. Well, first when you said it, I thought 5 in my head, and then when you said 5 is one of the answers, like, that's got to be it. But I also backed up in my head, thinking that maybe the companies might have to intercommunicate if something were to happen, and like the division gets shelled or something, maybe like a backup. And I think the comments earlier about the enemy getting a hold of that also kind of maybe questioned that a little bit, but I still went with my logic. Fine question. That was good. I like it. And next, let's go talk to KI5DAY to get the answer for the alternate question.
KI5DAY returning. Sorry, I had to wait on that repeater ID. What it was probably the Modem Breaker Net repeater ID. I'm on the Claremore repeater. So tonight's alternate trivia question was, which one of these animals did Theodore Roosevelt have as one of his family pets? And your options were a bull moose, a Tasmanian devil, a hyena, or a Cornwaldo means bobcat. Eddie said something earlier interesting. He said that he thought that he had read somewhere that Theodore Roosevelt had a bull moose. Actually, I think where he got that from, and it's interesting that he would say that because he definitely knew something, but he didn't know the right answer. Theodore Roosevelt didn't actually own a bull moose, but he did associate himself as a bull moose. And during the 1912 presidential election, he ran as a candidate for the Progressive Party, which was popularly known as the Bull Moose Party. So I think that's where Eddie must have thought that he had a bull moose. Let me let this drop. But the actual animal is, besides things that he had like a badger, and he had snakes, and he had all kinds of other stuff, but he actually owned a hyena named Bill. Yeah, Larry and I had a good time reading about that. But yeah, he actually owned a hyena named Bill. So if you look up Theodore Roosevelt and his animals, it's rather interesting. So yeah, too bad Eddie isn't here to hear the answer to that. I'll try to let him know about that tomorrow. But thanks for playing along, and everybody's won a free gobstopper. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, I went with the answer of bull moose as well, pretty much for the same reason, because I knew he had that nickname, and I thought maybe the nickname was because he had a bull moose as a pet. I didn't really know. Yeah, thanks for the answers. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, avoid coming here in the spring. We got a strawberry festival down here. You don't want to come to that, but I'd love to have you come to Ohio. We'll have to do some whiz bang stuff. You come up here to visit, and maybe get you some barbecue, some good Ohio barbecue. Ha. Anyway, thanks for the answer there, Alan. I appreciate it. And that's the bottom of my, that's after the trivia. So this is KEQKO, the WWK repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. I would say we have room for one more round of check-in. So if you're out there and you didn't really want to answer the trivia, or you missed the trivia and you still want to check in before you wrap this thing up, or if anybody has a recheck, go ahead and come on back with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Nothing heard there. I think we're going to wrap it up and go to bed. Some of you are tired. Some of you went to bed already. I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. So, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8BZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, KF5DAY, W8HRF, and KE8YUK, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us for the next edition of the Beacon Net at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater. Did I say Wednesday? Here, let me start that over. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 4496 at Echolink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
KW8WKY. W8WKY.